Okay, 73 degrees. It's 11:34. I just got done with my counseling. It went very well, but it is raining, as you can see. I recorded the sky yesterday because it looked so pretty, and the breeze was so nice. And then today, it's like this. Yuck. I have an appointment on this side of town tomorrow at 1:30. That's my appointment with the doctor. But it says Women and Family Clinic. Women and Children Family Clinic is what it says. It's okay. It's okay. I already seen this doctor. Of course, I'm seeing the nurse practitioner. But it's okay. Right now, I'm going to go get something light for lunch for my son and I. Well, it's not really lunch. I'll probably save it for dinner. I don't know. But whatever. I'm going to go get something and then I will go home. I'm going to turn that over here. I don't want to go through this street right now. This person is driving a Jeep, and you know what? Now I'm really fixated on a Jeep. Like my husband's fixated on the truck. I want a Jeep. And I'm passing right by Dunkin' Donuts, and I should have gotten a coffee too while I was at it. I've had enough coffee already. I had a coffee this morning. I don't need another one. Oh, there's this place over here that my husband brought me to because I wanted to try the new coffee place. Honestly, it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be. It really wasn't. What's it called? Oh yeah, I'm not going to say the name, but yeah, I got some lavender type of coffee, and they didn't even offer to put any whipped cream on top. And I was like, what? Why is this like this? Like, it doesn't look, and it didn't look anything like the picture. Nothing like the picture. It was alright. It was mediocre. It wasn't like, or superb, as some people put it. It wasn't really the best. But anyhow, I don't know, you guys. Like, my husband, the place that he wants to get this truck, it's at a car lot. It's not a dealership. He doesn't want to get his credit checked because he says, no, my credit score is too low. There's too many things on there. They're not going to approve me. And I was like, well, you'll never know unless you let them do a soft check first. And if they tell you no the first time, well, then you know not to do it again. He's like, I did already. I'm like, oh, okay. And so he's trying to go through a car lot. This place is in San Antonio, and they've been giving him the runaround. I had to get some water and turn off the windshield wipers. Yeah, they've been giving him the runaround. Like, first it's like, oh, we need a statement from your wife's account to make sure that the car payments are coming out of her, not you, because of this car being financed still, right? And so he's like, can you send him your bank statement? I'm like, well, I don't feel too comfortable with that. I don't know these people. Like, what the hell? But I was like, fine. And because he's like, they just need to know that the payments are coming out of your account. Fine. When I printed that page out, I was like, oh, it doesn't have my name nor the last couple of digits of my account number. So, I printed that out, and I still didn't feel comfortable about it, but I was like, okay, it's only the last couple of numbers of my account. It's not like the whole account number. So I was like, okay, and it's got my name on there, my full name and address, everything, so I was like, okay. So I went ahead and printed that out. I took a picture of it and I sent it to him, and he sent it to the guy because apparently they've only been communicating through phone and text messages. I keep asking him to ask him for an email. The guy doesn't seem to have an email. He doesn't give him an email address. So I find that kind of fishy and sus. And so I sent him the picture. My husband sends him the picture, and the guy's like, no, I need it in PNG form or PDF, some crap like that. My husband is worse than I am when it comes to computers. So he's telling him, like, no, I need this in this form, right? And I'm like, how the hell do you do that? And I kept Googling it, and I was like, how do you send a picture PDF form? And I said, maybe he means PNG. Okay, well, how do you send it? And I'm like asking my husband, is he wanting you to email him this time? I can do that. I can put it as an attachment on the email, but I don't understand how he wants it right now. You know, I'm not computing. I just don't know, you know. Here's the women's hospital. No, but I don't think they have doctors. I mean, they do have doctors in there, but I don't think it's like a patient thing. I think it's like a hospital. Well, it says Hospital Moon. Anyway, you all, I get into these things with myself. I overthink things, and then I confuse myself. It's all part of being squirrel head, squirrel brain. Anyway, but some squirrels are smart though. I'm just like out there. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. But anyway, so he's like, the guy finally tells my husband, his name is Leo, by the way, a perfect name for somebody that works at a car lot. And he says, I'll let it go this time, but when you come for the truck, I'm going to need the actual paperwork. And I was like, what? Why? Like, it's either a yes or a no. Like, there's no like, oh, in between, and I'm going to need this and that. Whatever. So, yesterday I deposited that money, as I said in the video. My husband told me to send him only $1,000 to his account, and then from his account he's sending it to Leo. However, this time Leo says, oh, we're having problems with our internet. Our machines here are not working or anything. The computer, the system is down, because of bad weather. So we're not going to be able to take your payment today. Yeah, let's try tomorrow. Do you all not find that fishy? Do y'all hear that thunder, by the way? I love it. I would love it better if it were at night when I was home in bed, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Don't you all find that kind of fishy? I sure as heck do. And then today comes around and my husband still hasn't sent him the $1,000. I didn't even bother to ask him this time. My son found a truck for the same price with even a lower payment, and I sent it to my husband, and my husband's like, it's not a 4x4. Why the hell do you need a 4x4? Where are you planning on taking this truck? Are you going to go mudding or whatever you call that? Like, where the hell do you plan? We have no mountains here. It is flat. Where is he going with this truck? You know? For a truck that he's going to have parked at home, at our home. Great. A rock. Why do you need it to be a 4x4? It is a good price. It was $26,000. It is a 2020 or 2023. Ooh, I just saw lightning. 2023, and the payments they're estimating at $540. That's $100 less than this place over here at a car lot with Leo that you haven't even met, and you haven't even seen the truck in person, and you haven't driven it. He was by there yesterday. I need a tissue or something. My nose is itchy. The allergies have been activated. So I'm like, all you're doing is taking this person's word for it, and whatever it says online that, yeah, it only has this mileage on it, and you don't even know if it's got any dings or scratches or, you know, something fishy with it. I don't know if car lots by law have to give you a Carfax if you ask for one. Dealerships do. If I'm correct, when I was working at the dealership, they do have to give you the Carfax. In fact, they even provide it for you. You don't even have to ask for it. They show it to you right away as you're looking at the vehicle. You know, like if you're wanting to like apply for that vehicle, they'll go ahead and pull up the Carfax for you, and they'll get the application going, you know, for you as well. I don't know about these car lots that are privately owned and you buy here, you pay here type of thing. I don't know about that. I should Google that. I was checking to see if it was still recording. I should Google that. Because, yeah, I don't like this place at all. I was talking to my sister-in-law yesterday, and then it occurred to me, let me ask her, because they live, my brother and my sister-in-law live in San Antonio. They live by SeaWorld, in fact. And I said, let me ask her if she knows where this place is. And she's like, I don't know where it is. I know it's at, I told her, I said, well, you know, my husband says that it's near the entrance. I was going to say the opening. The entrance of San Antonio. She's like, yeah, that's correct. She goes, but I've never heard of this place. She's like, let me search it up. So I said, all right. And she hasn't gotten back to me yet. But honestly, it wouldn't even matter because my husband's already... I'm going to turn left here. I don't want to go through that street. I don't want to go through 10th Street. My husband's already made up his mind that this is his truck because of the price. But I keep telling him there are other trucks with that price. I'm really disappointed with a former ex-coworker of mine because I contacted her the day of to see if they had something in stock. She did get back to me that day and she's like, it's no longer in stock, it's all over the weekend. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I asked her, hey, well, do you have anything else for that price? And she's like, I'll look and I'll let you know. Well, I texted her yesterday to see if she found anything. She hasn't answered me. Then I texted her again and I said, hey, well, do you have something like this in stock? Which was a Jeep with a bed in the back. I don't know what you call those. And I still haven't heard back from her. So it's okay though, because you know what? I'm not even ready to buy it. You know, it's all for my husband. My husband doesn't like those. He says they're too small. He wants a full-size truck. He's determined to get a full-size truck and now a 4x4 that I do not know of. So, I don't know. And to me, this is a big sign. This is a red flag and a big sign that's saying, no, do not get it there. There are no good car lots around here. Those buy here, pay here car lots, you're going to get what you're going to get, you know? And my sister-in-law did tell me, well, even dealerships sell lemons. And I said, true, that's true. However, there is a lemon law where the dealership cannot sell you a lemon. And if they do, you can get them for it. With a car lot, good luck. Good luck getting anything, you know? So, yeah, I would prefer he goes through a dealership. But like he said, he cannot get approved. However, I keep pushing him like, let's trade in the vehicle. Let's trade in the car for a truck. But I don't want a full-size truck. That's our dilemma. That's where we butt heads, because I would like either a Ford Ranger or not a Titan. The Titans are too small. The Titan's like about the size of this car. Or Nissan. Oh, I'm sorry, not a Titan. What is it called? I forgot what it's called, but this is a Nissan. I mean, this is a Nissan. I would like a Nissan Titan. Thank you, Moon. Or a Frontier. It is a Ford Maverick. The Ford Maverick, finally got it together. I've only had half of a cup of coffee today, okay? I would like a Ford Maverick. However, I mean, I don't want one. Oh, get it together, man. Because it's about the size of this car. The Rangers are a lot bigger. And I would like a Ranger or, like I said, a Nissan. The Titan or Frontier. He don't like either one of those. What I really, really want is, what is it? Canyon. A GMC Canyon. However, those are small. Those are small. I don't know if it would be about the size of a Titan, but they are small and way, way overpriced. They are way expensive. So, look, they have a little Ford truck right here, and I don't know what it is or how much they want for it. And And I like the color. It's like a taupe color, but lighter than a taupe, almost like a beige. It's like a beige, like a bone beige, I guess. Would that be considered taupe? I don't know. But screw it. It's right next to all these BMWs. I would rather have a BMW. I told my husband I wouldn't mind a BMW. I would like a BMW, an SUV BMW. But those are hella expensive too. Let's just face it. Any new car is hella expensive. Oh look, somebody's going on a test drive. I guess they're going back to the BMW because it's got the sticker on the side. Hope you get it. I really do. I also like the Broncos. Look, there's that Ford. I wonder what it is. It's a cute little Ford. It's cute for me. I like the Broncos also, but my husband does not like the Broncos. And my husband's like, well, even if we get something for you, we're not going to get that. It's got to be what he likes. You all hang on. I'm going to order here. I'm not going to have you all listen to me order because we know how that goes. Hold on. All right. Ironically enough, here I do not have any trouble communicating. I mean, no offense, but the guy spoke clear English and he understood me clearly. Like, there was no barrier there. I don't mean to like come. Look, I'm Latina. I'm Hispanic Latina. You know, I'm not trying to put my people down or anything, but I mean, some of my people, you talk to them in Spanish, and they don't comprende, even if it's in Spanish. You know, and you talk to them in English, and they definitely no comprende. So neither in English or Español entienden, right? Either in English or Spanish, they don't understand. So, but right now the guy spoke clear English, and I only had to repeat my order. I mean, I only had to say my order once. While at other places, I have to repeat it like 2 to 3 times. Even at Taco Bell. Come on now. Taco Bell's not even Mexican food. Anyway, stop complaining. So, yeah. This whole car thing, you know, my husband's like, we'll get yours next year or something like that. It just, it makes me so mad because I'm like, if we hadn't spent that money that my mom had left me on the house that we were not going to get, I would have had the money to put down for a vehicle already. And I should have done it because it was the perfect time. We didn't owe that much on this car. We had paid like half of it off already. And then when we refinanced, it was like starting all over again. Let me be real with you all. We owe $18,000 on this car. I'm what you would call upside down because my car is not worth $18,000. It's a 2019. They will give me maybe 10 if I'm lucky, 12 if I'm even luckier, which means I would still have a balance of $6,000, right? If they gave me 12, I would still have a balance of $6,000. Let's just call it 7. I don't have $7,000 to give down, and that's way too much. So that's what you would call upside down. When you owe more than what your car is worth and you're trying to get into another vehicle, regardless of how much it is. Because you're talking about, oh, that's another factor I left out. If I'm trying to get a $30,000 car and my car is only worth $12,000, let's say $12,000, not only do I have to put the difference, but I don't know if they would even ask me for the new car, another additional amount for the new car, like another $2,000, because it's already $2,000 for the tax, title, and license. You know, so I don't know if they would ask me an additional amount for that. And another factor also is the insurance will go up. Our insurance is going to go up. regardless if he's getting 2020, he's getting a 2020 truck. However, it's newer, and so the insurance will go up. And we got a good rate right now. We're only paying $110 for this car, full coverage, and that includes towing. Adding another vehicle, I don't know how much that's going to be. In fact, I should call and ask. Excuse me. I'm going to call and ask, more or less. Can you give me like a quote? And I'm going to tell my husband, this is how much it's going to be for the insurance if you get that truck. See if that'll scare him. Because he's not thinking about that. I honestly, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm not being a bitch. I'm just saying that we do not need another vehicle. We don't need it. I mean, yes, I would like it. Only because I go everywhere in it. I pick him up. I take my kids to work. I do errands. I go around in my vehicle. But, we don't really need it. We don't need it. The only reason I want another vehicle is because, like I said, this is a 2019. It's older. It's getting older. We need something newer. Just so that we don't run into any problems. I don't want any car problems. And knock on wood, only once did I have a car problem with this vehicle, and that was with a battery. And that's normal. If you ever buy a brand new, when we first got it, by the way, if you ever buy a brand new vehicle and the battery gets out, don't think you got a limit. No, it's just that it's been sitting there the entire time. They probably didn't turn it on to warm it up every day like they should, and it just sat there. This particular vehicle was in the showroom at the time that we got it, so you already know those cars don't get moved a lot. So it was just the battery. They replaced it, no big deal. Or rather, we replaced it. I had to pay for the battery, which was no big deal. It wasn't much at the time. This time around, it was like $200, I think, for the battery, which is not really, really much either. I think we had it, but it was just something minor. That's it. And so this car's been good to me. We don't go everywhere. We've only been to Katy. We've been to the island. We haven't gone to San Antonio yet. This car's been good to me so far. And plus, there's a huge memory here of my mom. Anytime I would take her to appointments, or we would go shopping or go eat, she would sit right here where I have you all on. And getting rid of this car, I feel like would be getting rid of her memory. So, yeah. Hang on, you all. Hi.
The fajita enchilada special?
Yeah.
Okay.
And garlic sauce. Yeah.
$29.
I look like. And guess who it is, you know? Guess who it is? Good in here. I'm gonna put the window up. It is too late for me to even try to fix my freaking hair. I put it up in a ponytail. It's that sweet guy that I told you all about. That's who it is. I wasn't expecting him at the window. I completely forgot. But who cares, right? Because we're not trying to impress him. We're married. So stop it, Moon. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm in love with DS. How dare I? How dare I? You're in love with DS, Moon. Why are you flirting with a guy from El Pato? That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. Okay, we're still waiting on the food. He was gonna give me my drink, but then he decided, oh, the food's almost ready. Then just wait for that. He don't have a booty, by the way. Neither does my husband. You know, I'm not even into men's booties. I don't know, like, some women are. Some women be like, ooh, look at his booty. He's got a nice booty. Why would you want a booty on a man? I don't want no man with a bigger booty than me. Speaking of booties, change of subject again. There was this reel that I ran into yesterday. Was it a reel? Is that what you call them on Instagram? A reel, right? There was this girl. Well, I follow this guy, first of all, that does this twerking, or I think it's called twerking. I don't know, where you throw your butt in the air. I don't know what it's called, but you all know. There was this girl that did it to the same song, and she, let me just say, she had a huge badunk-a-dunk. She was like, oh my God, Becky, you know, when she would bounce her butt, I kid you not, it almost touched her back. Y'all are probably like, oh, that's gross. Not for a man. And I know I'm not a man, but I'm saying, like, can you imagine how you would impress a man like that? Well, some men, some gross men. Some men don't even care. Which, I'm happy that my husband doesn't care. Some men actually like the inside, which is more important than the outside, not the body. Thank you. Must you look at me that way, sir, when you're handing me the food? Anyway, yeah. And then she made it bounce, and I was like, what the hell? And, you know, you could tell she used to be a big girl, because her legs. That's how I could tell when somebody was, like, overweight, because of their legs. They're real big and thick, especially the thighs. But she did a damn good job in losing weight and keeping that booty, that's for sure. And I'm beginning to wonder, because there's another lady, I don't follow her. That one I do remember. It's called Pixar Mom, Pixxar Mom. Also on Instagram. Here comes all this traffic. They move that booty like if they were African American. And I'm like, how in the world do these people get their butts so huge? You know? They had to have had a BBL. They had to have had a BBL. You're not going to tell me otherwise. There's that little truck that I'm telling you. You all see it? It looks like a beige. It's a Ford. Like something like that, I would really like. I know you all are like, that's small, Moon. Isn't Texas like big? Go big or go home? You know, like Texas is a big state. Like, don't you all make everything Texas size? Yes. But not everybody likes everything big, okay? And no, I'm not talking about my husband there. You all get your minds out of the gutter. I'm not putting my husband down there. My husband is perfect. I am talking about sizes of vehicles, cookies, pancakes, all that other stuff. I don't like everything big. I'm a small person. I am only 5 foot. 5'1" in a good day, 5'2" in an even better day. So I like my things small. Small car, small truck, you know, except for the bathroom. That's got to be big. I love big bathrooms. I love to be able to spend so much time in there walking around, you know, brushing my teeth, fixing my hair, whatever. I love a big bathroom. I love a big shower to take a shower in. I'm not really too crazy about tubs, but if I had one, I would use it. Somebody got into an accident and it is totaled. It is completely totaled. So yeah, so like this lady that picks her mom, she says she's 50, and then sometimes she jokes around and she'll say like, I'm only 30, but she's okay, we're gonna go with her. She says she's 50, but honestly she looks older than I am. I am over 50, right? We already established that. I'm above 51, remember? However, she cannot be 50. She just cannot be 50. You can kind of tell, like, even though she still looks good from her face, but you can tell she is above 50. She looks like she's 58-ish, maybe even 62. Okay? But she's got a banging body. But I believe that she had a BBL and a tummy tuck. These people are not going to tell you this. Okay? But they do all this stuff. And both these ladies, I believe, have OnlyFans as well. And believe it or not, I mean, they got the fan base. They got men in there, like, wanting to bang. They wouldn't mind banging. DS, I don't think you would mind banging her, even if she's above 51. I'm just saying. Don't knock it till you try it. And not with me. I'm not trying to convince you to come with me. I don't have a booty. We already said that. I do not have a booty. I lost so much weight, my booty is gone. Whatever I had left, it is gone. And I'm happy with my booty, though. I'm glad I don't have, like, a huge badongadonk anymore. I like where I'm at. It's evened out with the rest of my body. I'm just like, you know, I don't have no curves. I'm good with that. My husband is good with me, too. You know, he finally got me as skinny as he's wanted me to. And you know, he hasn't commented on that, though. And I just realized that. Huh. Before, when I was overweight, he was like, oh, you would look good like this, and you would look good like this, and you would look good in this, but you have to, like, lose some weight first, and it would be really good if you would get healthy, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And now that I'm, like, 125 pounds, not a peep. What the hell, right? Maybe he's sad that I lost my booty. Huh. Well, too bad. I am not going to try to get it back. I've been doing exercises. I do those, what do you call them? Those squats. I need to do some other exercises, though. Not just squats. But I do squats. I do my calf exercises. Some other exercises that I do for my legs. But, yeah, I haven't been doing booty exercises to lift that booty up. But who cares? Who cares? Because I'm not trying to get a date with anybody else. Not even the El Paso guy. I'm married. Okay? And I have to remind myself of that. Because, no, not because I want to cheat. No. I don't want to cheat. You know, speaking of that, I have friends or a friend that she loves to watch movies on cheating. And sometimes I'm like, are you, like, wanting to cheat on your husband? No. I just like those movies. But that's all she watches is women cheating on their husbands. And I'm like, all right. I guess, you know. I do not. If I watch a movie like that, I start getting all these thoughts in my head like, oh, my husband's cheating on me. That's probably what he's doing with some loose woman out there. You know, like, no. Just like this YouTuber, he's like, oh, the lot lizards. You know, the truck drivers love those lot lizards. Excuse me, sir, but what truck driver? Because I'm not my husband. You don't understand that there's so much disease out here that's not even curable. And not everybody wants a lot lizard. This is a Toyota Tacoma. You know what? I like the Toyota Tacomas. I don't like Toyotas, but I like the Tacoma. However, the back seats do look small. They look really small. That's what I don't like about these little trucks, you all. Like, here comes a Nissan Titan. It's an older model, but that's what I don't like. The back seats are so small. You want room in the back. You know, you want to be able to fit your friends back there, your kids, your grandkids. don't know why. Oh, well, okay. I just answered my own question. The reason they don't have them that big in the back is because of the bed. But, oh well. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the Lifetime movies and the cheating. Yeah, I don't like those movies. However, what is the name of that movie with Richard Gere and Diane Lane? Ooh, I saw another lightning. Where she cheats on him with this younger guy. I forgot the name of that movie. Now that movie I do like. I'm gonna admit it. But you know why I like it? Because I like where they live. I just like where they live. And I like that she's a housewife, and I like that she wears all this fancy clothes and gets facials. That's all I like about it. That's it. That's what I like about it. I want to have that life, and I don't. So I kind of like imagine myself like that. But I am finally home, which means I finally get to shut up. And we'll see how it goes tomorrow. We'll see. You know, with this nurse practitioner. Hopefully it goes well. It will. It will go well. It will go well. Stop it. All right. Love you all. You all enjoy your, what's today? Wednesday. Hopefully you're not getting bad weather. This isn't too bad like in San Antonio and up. But hopefully you all are living in a place where you're not getting this bad weather. You're safe and sound and you're doing your thing. Love you all. Bye.